In such an insane year full of outstanding games, it's only fitting that a juggernaut like Mario joins the fun as we near the finish line for 2023. With an over-reliance on the new Super Mario Bros. Formula, 2D Mario games have been growing stale for more than a decade. That changes with Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which breathes new life into the franchise by combining some of the best elements from past installments with inspiration from Retro's Donkey Kong Country games to craft something truly out of this world. Long before the credits roll, it's easy to see why this is the best 2D Mario game in nearly 30 years.
Where's the party?
Super Mario Bros. Wonder sets Mario and friends on an adventure to save the nearby Flower Kingdom from the latest half-baked scheme hatched by the one and only Bowser. Stepping into the role of one of 9 different playable characters, you have to use their newfound powers and platforming prowess to overcome new challenges that will keep you on your toes from start to finish. The genius of Super Mario Bros. Wonder extends to nearly every facet of the game. It starts with the way the world is presented, initially utilizing linear paths to maintain focus, guiding you to your next destination with a specific purpose of introducing a new environment or key mechanic. Then, it eventually turns you loose into more open areas where you're free to tackle levels in whichever order you choose. This further extends to the overall design of the game, where roughly halfway through the adventure, you're given full freedom to tackle any of the remaining zones in whichever order you see fit. Not to mention, the developers nailed the pacing with the difficulty of each level, preventing too many easy or challenging levels from appearing in rapid succession. Instead, they hit a sweet spot that feels just right. For those seeking a greater challenge, though, there's a string of more difficult levels later on, so brace yourself if you aim to complete everything the game has to offer. In typical Nintendo fashion, there are mechanics in play to help alleviate headaches for players who may find parts of the game to be too hard. First and foremost, Yoshi and Nabbit provide some relief, as they are invulnerable to most physical damage. Additionally, there are a handful of badges that make reaching your goal much easier, including one that generates additional blocks to tone down platforming, or another that allows you to recover from falling into bottomless pits, lava, or poison.
Oh yeah!
There are plenty of other badges too, and each one provides a unique benefit that suits a different playstyle. These badges definitely feel like they're meant to replace the distinct abilities that historically distinguished each character. And while they're a welcome attempt to mix things up, it would be nice if Nintendo found a way to let us have our cake and eat it too. Speaking of historical traits, it's disappointing that Yoshi doesn't appear as a normal companion in solo play. You can only ride Yoshi in multiplayer, if another player selects them. Super Mario Bros. Wonder boasts some of the best multiplayer the series has seen. The local option supports up to 4 players at once, and while it isn't perfect, with issues such as only one person being the focal point for the camera, it's still surprisingly fun. Then there's the ability to go online and play with random strangers that come and go without getting in the way, or you can create a lobby to play with your friends. It's really cool to see your world map suddenly populated with players from all over, and it's great to team up with friends to more easily tackle challenges. Or if you prefer, you can hit the race block at the start of a level for some friendly competition. Equally up to the task are the levels themselves, which boast some of the most original and imaginative obstacles and layouts seen in a long time. Clearly, the dev team took a look at some of the most popular Mario Maker levels created by fans, as well as Donkey Kong Country Returns and its sequel Tropical Freeze. But the ingenuity doesn't stop at mere imitation. Instead, these levels run wild with many of these concepts, and then go beyond, with relentless creativity and passion. Each level presents multiple objectives to keep the player engaged, whether it's the simple goal of reaching the flagpole at the end or collecting every flower coin and wonder seed. Some of these items are very cleverly hidden, so don't be surprised if you need to run back to a few levels in order to obtain everything. Even if you're not a completionist, you still need to earn a certain number of wonder seeds in order to advance, and there are shops within each world that sell new badges and other items in exchange for your hard-earned flower coins. On top of all that, each stage features a wonder flower that triggers a special effect that completely turns the game on its head. These wonder effects are easily the biggest showstoppers, and many of them can leave you hypnotized by what's transpiring on screen. What's more impressive is that there's a constant stream of unique wonder effects throughout the game, and even the ones that are repeated still manage to captivate you with some new quirk or wrinkle. Levels also come in multiple flavors, and some aren't just about reaching the end. There are badge challenges, which force you to use a certain type of badge to demonstrate your mastery, and wiggler races that have you speeding to get to a finish line before your opponent, a wiggler on skates. Then, there are levels with tighter, more specific objectives, like the KO arenas, where you defeat gauntlets of enemies with bonuses for faster times, and the search party levels, which require you to seek out hidden tokens in order to earn your reward. The way these are placed within each world greatly helps the pacing, whether it's by offering a quick minigame to provide some respite from a tough challenge, or by changing gears to put the focus on puzzle solving over platforming. Of course, it wouldn't be a Mario game without traditional power-ups, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder doesn't disappoint. Old favorites return like the Fire Flower and Superstar, and joining them are a few newcomers. The Bubble Flower allows players to blow bubbles to defeat enemies or bounce off bubbles to aid with platforming. Meanwhile, the Drill Mushroom acts like a hard hat to prevent falling enemies and objects from damaging Mario, and also allows him to burrow down into the ground or up into the ceiling to avoid obstacles and reach hidden paths. Both are excellent additions, but there's one more new power-up that stands head and shoulders above the rest.
Well, hi there. Going up or going down?
Say hello to the Elephant Fruit, the coolest and possibly most exciting new power-up in a long time. By collecting an elephant fruit, each character transforms into a giant pachyderm, complete with special powers like smashing through bricks by swinging their massive trunks, and sucking up water to spray onto dehydrated flowers that trigger special effects. It definitely feels like one of the most impactful power-ups in the game, both in terms of its ability to clear hurdles, as well as simply being incredibly fun to play. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is brought to life with fantastic visuals that perfectly capture the bizarre and insane nature of this game. What's especially impressive is the attention to detail, whether it's the way a character reaches back for their hat after entering a warp pipe, or how a Koopa Troopa's facial expression changes as a player approaches. Further complementing the magnificent presentation is the exceptional collection of tunes for each level and environment. Whether it's superb remixes of classic tracks or exceptional new compositions, this is not only one of the best soundtracks of the year, it also ranks up there with some of the best in the Mario series.
Thank you.
Nintendo chose the perfect word to affix to this latest Super Mario Bros. Title. It's the word that best sums up everything about this game. After so many iterations of the 2D Mario formula, it's a wonder that the developers could still come up with something this innovative, with crazy new levels and cunning secrets that reward your curiosity. The sense of wonder is palpable anytime you encounter one of the game's signature blue flowers, with no idea what will happen next. And the wonder effect concept is one of the best new additions to the franchise since Mario first hopped on Yoshi's back. Most of all, it's wonder that you'll feel as you play through one of the best Mario games of all time. Final score, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching our review. We're Easy Allies. We've been writing about games for decades, and we also do podcasts, streams, shows, and more, all funded by regular viewers just like you. Head to patreon.com/easyallies to pitch in and get rewards. And be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay connected on YouTube. See you soon.